So with all of that said, Anna, I'm going to take you back to the day before you even started LMA. So what would you say back then was the biggest problem or challenge in your life, and how was that affecting you?
Oh my gosh, my biggest challenge is still a challenge that I'm dealing with. But my biggest challenge is at the age of 63, because I believe I started 2 years ago. At the age of 63, I was finding myself that I'm going to be retiring in 2 years. My marriage has gone to is failing, and I need to find me, who I am, because so many years I've been taking care of the kids. I have a job where I've been taking care of people.
Yeah.
So they're all, these are all very, very much listening skills. So much of a listening skill and not much of talking.
Yeah.
So the way I needed to, somewhere I got lost. Me, myself got lost. So I knew I needed to recover that. So I am in the process of recovering that. That's why I may be in diaper stages, but I'm in the process of recovering myself and just rebuilding the person that I need to be. It's not even I want to be, I need to be.
I love that. Beautiful. So on that note, then, what has motivated you to join LMA? How did you come across Tim? How did you come across us? And what made you to enroll and join this journey?
I knew you were going to ask me that question. How did I start? And truly, I don't remember. I was in such a state of desperation that I probably saw something that alerted me that Tim existed. And I joined, probably, I don't know, it was a video or something where he introduced LMA. And I said, this is something I need to do. I need to do. This is something that is going to get me out of my shell and prepare me. So that's how I started with MLA. MLA, sorry, 2 years ago. How it started, say, how did it start? I have a complete blank. I don't know.
Yeah. But sometimes that's what happens, in the situations where, we're so preoccupied with other things. Sometimes you forget how you got in the cure to start with. You just feel guided sometimes. And then you don't even remember the exact moment. So now then, with all of that said, Anna, now you're on board LMA. You've been part of LMA community for a little while now. So for you specifically, what would you say has been the biggest takeaway, or maybe the biggest breakthrough that you have experienced so far?
There are so many takeaways, too many. The waking up, wake up, wake up. That has been very important for me, because sometimes I relapse and I'm not awake. So wake up. And Tim says a lot of teeny bits, that golden nuggets. So many of them, I said, oh gosh, yeah, true. That needs to happen in my life. So it's so many. It's so rich. But one thing that really gave me inspiration is the way Tim talks about the past. You can't change the past. You cannot dread on it. Use the present to build the future, and your belief system, your belief system, your negative beliefs, having to work on those. And I'm working now on how did some of them start for me, because I some negative belief is not that they were imposed on me. I imposed them myself somewhere along the journey. I said to me certain things that were limiting. It's limiting. I was explaining the other day to Alice that one of them, I came from Puerto Rico, and my English was very poor. I had also lived in Spain, and I went to college in the U.S. and in a university, And there was, I kind of met some people that were doing the speech pathology course.
Mhm.
And you know what I said to myself? You cannot do that. You do not speak English well. So, boom, limitation.
Mm.
Today I was remembering another limitation. This one happened in high school. And there was a class about 30 people in class, right? And they were talking, and we were all supposed to, you raise your hand and give your opinion. And people were raising their hands so much. And I said, my opinion doesn't count. I'm just going to put my heart there. You see, those things, those little things that I'm remembering now, and for 50 something years, I forgot. But
Mm.
I know, I understand now why I have been so quiet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change that.
Yeah. No, but it's one of those things. That's the thing. Awareness brings change always. And sometimes it takes a little while for all of that to kick in until it, like you said, it is a progress. It truly is a progress. You feel like you work on one thing, then there's another one. And sometimes those limitations even come through a little bit later when you're like, oh, I thought I dealt with it. And then boom, something comes up, and then there's a whole other area that opens up. But the good news is that you already have awareness of it. And that's from there is when you can actually grow and expand and change. And it's a lifelong journey. So with that said,
Exactly.
for you,
Mhm.
Anna, what would you say was maybe something that surprised you the most or made you the happiest about being part of LMA?
One thing that surprised me the most is the amazing community.
Mm.
The fact that you are by far not by yourself, and that you are going worldwide. Because I thought, well, my community, I didn't realize the extent that, I communicate with people from Australia, from Scotland, from North Carolina. So that was a surprise to me. I did not expect that. I thought that this was a quote unquote lonely trip. Okay, it was going to be me taking lessons, absorbing. So when I went into the first time that I went into a LMA, and I saw how 500 people or more, sometimes even more, were linked and watching the live sessions. That's a whoa. So
Yeah.
that was very surprising for me.
Mhm.
You ask me also what has been the happiest thing. Okay, well, the happiest thing for me is that, hey, there's a remedy.
Yes.
There's a remedy, and you just gotta work on it. It's just that it's just that feeling that you're not facing a wall. You are
Yeah.
facing a go ahead, a wake up, get 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 yourself, find yourself and move forward,
Yeah.
which also helps with the way that I deal with my kids differently. And I say to my kids, I need to say, I haven't said it. I have to say them, I'm sorry if I put in your mind negative beliefs.
Mm.
Because when you're growing, when you're having kids, you do, it's kind of a little bit of an instinct of sometimes protective,
Mhm.
right? That you put these beliefs on your kids. So I have to, and I'm glad that I will have that opportunity to tell them, you know, they may have not been wrong. It may have not been wrong. However, my kids are very instinctive, and they have many of the things I said, they have discarded already. And I'm so
Mhm.
happy for that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and you've done your best without even knowing it. But the good thing is, I think it's always, especially when you are on the self-growth journey, is that you can speak with them and you can say, well, I'm sorry if that happened. Let's work for this together. And I think that's the most beautiful thing that you can do is to
Exactly.
grow together for the family, for the children, as long as they're open. I think that's beautiful.
Exactly.
And your energy says it all. You are just vibrating. So for people that are listening to your story, for people that can relate, that can resonate with you, but they still kind of on the fence, whether
Mhm.
they should join LMA or not, what would you say to that person?
I'm going to say this is a must. You
Mm.
gotta do this. It's not a maybe. This is a must. You doesn't matter where you are in your path of life, whether
Mhm.
you're young, whether you're older than me. It's is you need to invest on yourself,
Yeah.
um, and grant you the power of moving forward. It's investing of yourself on yourself is the best thing you can do at any point in your life. And yeah, I will say that sometimes money is not there for you. One of the biggest risks I'm taking, I may not have the money, but I do it and I figure out, it's like uh, um, shoot, aim. So at first I do it and then, okay, now I have to figure out the rest. So it's that thing. You take the risk because it's worth it. You gotta do it. What you're going to accomplish from it is it's going to open doors for you.
Absolutely. It's like it's one of those things. What's meant for you, you will figure out the way. Like I said, take
Exactly.
action. And if it's yours, everything's figure outable. Everything's figure outable and you can sort it out. So, with all of that said, I'm loving the wisdom that you're sharing with me today. What would be one message that you would like to share with people that's watching this right now? What's on your heart? What do you feel like you would want to share?
Um, Believe in yourself.
Mm.
I'm just going to be that simple. Believe in yourself. Do not think you cannot do it. Believe in yourself. Find the tools that you need to find to make that happen.
Beautiful. My goodness, I love it. And I love your energy. And I wanted to say thank you so much for sharing this with us today, because I know it has been a journey and this journey has not always been like this. It's a little bit like that, but I think you really are shining through it all. And this is not a destination. This is just part of the journey. And I'm just really excited to be and continue this journey with you now to WCA as
That's
well.
right. I
Yes.
am I am so excited about that.
Great.
I am, my head is going boo, 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 boo. I'm so excited about that.
Yes.
That's an opportunity that one of those things. What is for you is for you. I
Yeah.
got the message. It come to go for the first round of interviews, and I said, oh no, that's not gonna be for me. I'm not. And then I passed the first round. I went through the second round, and I started crying when when Alex shared with me that I was in. I started crying because I need that. I need that, and I know this is going to be in 2024, but I need that, and I like the fact that it's not this year,
Yeah.
because it gives me more time to really get into LMA, into speaking mastery too. Speaking mastery for me was also so great. It gives me so much time to absorb so much more of that, so that when I'm there, I am ready to absorb all the lessons that are gonna come from that. I
Yes.
am very excited, and I thought it was
Okay.
something that was not gonna happen. I was limiting myself, and I say, nope, I'm gonna do it.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited for you because you have no idea what's coming your way. And I think with what you said, it's actually very interesting is when you put yourself out there, you just open yourself for opportunity. If it's yours, it's gonna happen. If it's not, it's not. But it's the key is even if you don't feel like it, it's putting yourself out there in the first place, because
Exactly.
you had every reason not to show up for the first round. And I loved you at the first round of the interview. I was like, yeah, she's in. Move her along. Sometimes we really
Thank you.
underestimate maybe ourselves, our capabilities, but people truly see if something is meant for you, it will happen. So this is beautiful, Anna. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for this
Thank you,
beautiful
Toma.
conversation.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of you in person, because I imagine that you will be there.
Yes.
And just having those 5 days dedicated uh, to me,
Mm,
to me, putting everything aside me time. Hello.
Yeah.
So I'm very
Yes.
happy about that. I'm very
Oh,
much needed.